Hey, it's Dusti Martin with Platinum Living Realty dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the city of Phoenix for October 2022. Go ahead and buckle up, grab a seat, grab a drink, hit the subscribe button, and then let's just jump right into it. All right, our active listings are up a lot, 154.8% over this time last year, but our sold listings are down only 33.5% over this time last year. Meanwhile, our median sale price per square foot is still up 11.3% over this time last year. Remember, 3 to 5% here in Arizona is about the normal appreciation, and we've been seeing 9, 11, 15, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% over the last 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So we're still not back to normal yet, but at least we're out of crazy territory. So that's good that things are calming down. Our months of supply, though, is up. Now, this sounds scary. 283%, but when you actually go and look at it, our months of supply overall for the city of Phoenix is 2.87 months of supply, which is actually a seller's market. So it sounds like it's up a lot, but when you had nothing last year and then you almost 3 times it, you're still in like pretty solid territory. Our median days on market is up 81% over this time last year, but we're still at only 38 median days on market. So if it takes 30 days to close a loan, in other words, 38 days, you should be done and just done with the whole process if your home's marketed and priced appropriately here in Phoenix. So it sounds scary until you realize that this time last year, we were closing deals in about 21 days, which screams and reeks of lots of cash and very quick closings with no appraisals or contingencies or anything like that. We were just closing them last year as fast as we could. Now we're at least ordering appraisals and inspections. And not as much cash here in the Valley. But let's go over and let's look at things by price point. This is super important if you're looking to buy, because you don't want to be misled on how competitive it really is or isn't. And if you're looking to sell, you need to be realistic about what you list for. So like I said, we're only sitting at 2.87, not even a full 3 months of inventory here in the Valley. If we look at the $0 to $100,000 price range, the big change there is that for the first time in probably over a year, we've got inventory in that price range. We're sitting at 2.11 months of supply, so just over 8 weeks worth of inventory, not even quite 9 weeks. If we look at the $100,000 to $200,000 price range, we have even less inventory at 1.26 or 5 weeks worth of inventory. So super crazy, screaming, white hot. Then we get to the $200,000 to $300,000 price range, sitting at just over 2 months of inventory. Same with the $300,000 to $500,000 price range. We're at 2.73 or roughly 11 weeks worth of inventory. And to be honest, that is a really great place to be. I'm finding that at least for the first time in a long time, we have inventory in that price range, and people don't have to just take whatever sight unseen. They can actually do their due diligence, get an inspection, make sure they actually like the home before making an offer and closing on it. But it's still pretty strong seller's market territory, and things are still selling for about 98 to 99% of list price if they're priced appropriately. So we're still in seller's market territory well up until the 500s. Then we look at the $500,000 to $700,000 price range. We're at 3.15 months of inventory. This is also a great place to be. It's a strong seller's market, but it's not absurd. You can estimate that you'd have 1, maybe 2 good solid offers and not have to give up too much in that price point. But it's not the 2 weeks of inventory we had in this price point last year. But at the same time, last year was not normal. So everybody was saying, I'll go shopping when there's inventory, or I'd sell my house, but there's nowhere to go. Guess what? Now you've got somewhere to go. Now you have options, and contingent offers aren't a huge issue for anybody anymore. Everybody knows that You got to do what you got to do. Then we look at the 700,000 to $1 million, that high end creeping on luxury, but not quite there. We're at 3.29 months of supply. Again, seller's market, just not absurd. And then when you get to the $1 to $3 million price range, that's the first price point that isn't really in a seller's market here in Phoenix. And you're looking at 5.15 months of inventory. And that's just a hair under an even stable market for Phoenix. So it's really not all that bad. When you get to the $3 million mark and over, that's where Phoenix is really hurting compared to other cities like Paradise Valley and Scottsdale. Paradise Valley and Scottsdale last year, a lot of them were in worse territory with really high-end homes coming on the market. And this year, we are at a 13-month supply. So over a year's worth of supply, over $3 million in the city of Phoenix. This time last year, we had about a month and a half worth of inventory in this price range. However, it's mostly because this time last year, there's a lot more high-end homes on the market. This time, we've got about 26 deals, only about 2 of them sold this past month. Last year, there was only 11 of them, but 7 of them sold. And I think you're going to start to see more of that as interest rates continue to go up. You're going to see luxury buyers who wouldn't have normally been a luxury buyer until rates dropped to almost nothing the last couple of years. It's going to weed out those people who would have not normally been able to afford that price range to begin with. So keep that in mind. All is not bad. It's also not uncommon to see these types of inventory levels going into the fall in Arizona. Our license plates are just now starting to change color, like the leaves in other parts of the state. And so we are just now going into our selling season. And so if you're a buyer, this is actually a really great time because a lot of homes are coming on the market, and we are going to start to have our activity kind of tick up a little bit. And then there's going to be a little bit of a pause come December, right? People are going to be having their holiday parties and stuff like that. They'll either not list during that time or not buy, depending if they're a buyer or seller. But then come January 1, it's almost like somebody fires a shotgun, the race starts, and everybody's off to the races. So we tend to have the least amount of closings and new listings in December, and having the least amount of new listings in December also accounts for having the least closings in January. Remember, it takes about 30 days to work these things out. So your sales, your closings, those are your lagging indicator, but your leading indicator is the amount of showings that are happening, the supply and the demand going into these things, and then just keeping on top of it in real time as you prepare to either buy or sell your home. If you're looking to see what it would take to get you into home in today's market, or what your home would really sell for in today's market and about how long it would take, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.